All right, everybody. It's official. The stream time is officially being changed forever. From on Mondays from 7:15 p.m. EST, it will now and forever be um we're always going to do 8 p.m. EST from now on. It's over. I can't do it. It's been proven I can't do it. I can't do it. Oh shit, my hair's looking crazy in the back. Yeah, I can't do it. It's not doable. So for everybody else's sake, we're changing the time. It has to be changed. It's simply too late at this point. All right. Do I hear 820? Do I hear 820? Okay, he was an LBAF, Long Ring, Longland, A tier. A tier, nah. Long Ring, Longland sucks. It's actually pretty fucking bad as far as the islands go. I am excited for this one, because this one's gonna be a pretty fun one to actually walk through. I've never thought about this myself, like which is the most fun islands in One Piece. So we're gonna get right into it, honestly. Also, who heard One Piece is on break next week? Opus Real says, but you're late to non-Monday streams. Yes, but especially on Mondays, I definitely cannot do it. I can't do it. Range says, I like your hair. Thank you. We're back to having not ridiculously mop-looking hair every week. So we're back. All right. We're gonna try and maintain this. It got way too long. It got way too long. Way too long. Way too unmanageable. I like where it's at now. Okay. Hold up. Hold on. You guys seen this? Look at this. I just opened up autism tier list. I just realized there's a world of tier lists that we could be doing. This one stood out to me. What does this look like? Oh, never mind. This is just things. How's this an autism tier list? Like, isn't this just a bunch of random stuff? Like, why is Harry Potter on here? Why is Hunter x Hunter on here? What's Jamster? Isn't this just stuff? If you list everything, then won't... Is everything autistic? What does this tier list mean? Alright, this is stupid. This is why we stick to One Piece tier lists. Anime Waifu Smasher Pass, Streamer tier list, Ultimate Drink, Definitive Chips, Video Game Franchises, Furry Wife tier, Fictional Characters... Okay, anyway. We're gonna do Islands tier list, though. One Piece Islands. And we want LBAF in there, too. Hold on. Let me make sure the setup is good for this. Let me make sure that we got a good setup. Alright. Attilia, thanks to 2. Hi, Morj. Just a fair reminder to take your vitamins. Thank you. Wait, why? What's wrong? Why am I not taking vitamins? I do take vitamins. Actually, I used to take vitamin D because I wasn't getting enough sun for a while, but that was last year. Now I get enough sun. Straw Chaco, thanks for the 5. Can you rank Wano first? Can you explain ranking by giving an uninterrupted, full, in-depth analysis of everything that happened in the arc? Thanks. I can do that. The goal is I'm finishing Wano before... I did say next break week, but next break week came 1 week earlier than expected. So I'm aiming for it in the week following this break week. That's the goal. So it won't be first. It won't be before all of these other islands, but it'll be early, or soon before Christmas. Let's get the stream lights up to 50. Can you give it in? That's a funny way to put it. All right. One Piece Islands. Yeah, all One Piece, all islands up to LBAF. I think this is a good one. I like this one. Here, let me show you guys what I'm seeing. So right now I'm looking at this. I think it says a good, but One Piece has more islands than this. Here, let's do. Okay, let's just do all One Piece islands. All One Piece islands. I feel like One Piece has way more than 35, you know? Manifest Joe, thanks for being a Pirate King tier member for 25 months, man. I hope you got your submission in for this the upcoming Pirate King podcast. For those of you who don't know, Pirate King podcast is when you all Pirate King members can submit their questions. So any question, One Piece related, not One Piece, other anime, other manga, video games, movies, real life, etc., sports, NBA, yada yada. You can submit your questions, and I answer them in depth in an hour and a half, usually long podcast, hour to hour and a half, sometimes a bit more than an hour and a half. And that's where I answer questions most in depth because I'm not on a crunch for time like I am with streams. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving, Morj. Thanks. I had a good Thanksgiving. I couldn't make the Saturday stream, so hearing my name in your chapter review video was a big surprise. Yeah, you won a... Oh, shit. You still mod as reward, right? Yes. Hold on. We got a mod, Manifest Joe, and was the other winner... Was it JWP? I think it was JWP, but JWP should already be a mod, right? Alright, Manifest Joe, congrats. For those of you who don't know, Manifest Joe correctly guessed, I believe, that all the Straw Hats reunite. You either guessed that all the Straw Hats reunite this chapter, or that that Elbaf will seem to have magic in some way, which was the Rainbow Bridge. Yeah, so congrats. Everyone say congrats to Manifest Joe. Skypea so I can jump off, says Tom. New X7 says, hey Morj, I'm currently watching the Poirot TV series and I rediscovered my Pokemon Fire Red game. I'm having so much fun. You're watching the Poirot? I have watched the entire Poirot TV series. I've watched every single... No, I started skipping some episodes later on, just because there's like 13 seasons or like 12 seasons or something. There's a lot of seasons, and like the episodes are really fucking long. They're like an hour and a half. They're like mini movies. So it's a great TV series. It's probably my favorite. I don't know if it's my favorite TV, whatever. It's like, I love that series. But the further you go on, like a lot of her tropes or things like that start to repeat. So then that's when I started looking through recommendations of like, okay, what are the good episodes that I should be watching? Honestly, I started using IMDb because I would just be like, okay, I don't want to put in 90 minutes into an obvious mystery. I want the juicy mysteries. So then I think in the latter half of that TV series, I started just using IMDb to see like, okay, this one's highly rated, so it probably has a good mystery, and I went with that. Not the best way to consume stuff, but that's what I've been doing. Also, my girlfriend and I are partway through Dandadan now. I think we're 5 episodes in. Really liking it. Now we both really like it. I'm on board. I was really worried that it was going to be... Like, that first episode definitely gives the wrong idea. And the first episode, outside of the animation style, I didn't think anything was particularly strong, but you need time for the characters their dynamic to really latch onto you. So now I'm really liking Dandadan. Yeah, I think I was sold by episode 4, and then the episode 5, which you just watched, was really enjoyable and just spending time with their character dynamic, and I know that we're going to like that going forward. So definitely happy about Dandadan. Yeah. Tom says The Mentalist is really good. The Mentalist is like... How do I say this? The Mentalist, I've watched a lot of The Mentalist. I like The Mentalist. Generally speaking, there is no TV show that I've ever watched that's like a detective-type TV show that genuinely has good mysteries consistently. Agatha Christie's Poirot, that Poirot TV adaptation, is the exception, and why I got so hooked on it, because it's not an original TV series. It's based off of the the books of the greatest mystery writer, generally considered the queen of mystery, Agatha Christie, and she's got a shit ton of books on this detective, Hercule Poirot, and they're all putting mystery first and foremost, right? First and foremost is the mystery. And so they're all very well thought out mysteries. Like they're just mystery books, right, that are being adapted to the page or from page to screen. So they're all really, really tightly thought out. That's not to say every single mystery is a winner, but even the lowest end mystery of an Agatha Christie book is better than an original mystery plot that a television writer comes up with. Because usually, at least in American television, like The Mentalist is fun, but like the mysteries aren't that phenomenal. Because there's only, like, those type of TV shows, they tend to focus more on the main cast of characters, like like Jane, Lisbon, Van Pelt, like that, like those guys. It tends to focus more on the main characters and like telling a bit more of a story. Like the story matters a little bit more, and then you've only got like 3 suspects in the entire episode. Like that's the thing. Like like the mystery can't be that strong because it's ultimately trying to tell stuff in like 45 minutes ish or whatever. Poirot episodes are like they're all based off a very tightly thought out mystery book with a very elaborate cast of characters. Poirot and Hastings are usually the only recurring characters or whatever, so like you're really just getting a full setup every single time that's very elaborately thought out. Daniel Allen, thanks for the 2. Go see Wicked with your lady, you won't regret. She really wants to see Wicked, so we will be watching that probably this weekend. If you guys want to try Poirot's, the Poirot TV show, because it's really good for mysteries, the problem is that it's only on fucking BritBox streaming, if I recall, unless that's changed, and nobody fucking has BritBox. But if you want, I would recommend Evil Under the Sun as a good starting point. Like, I think that was, maybe because that's the first one I watched, so I thought it was a good starting point. Growth Stonks, thanks for the 5. Do you think Heracles could be Louis Arnott, a sort of parallel to Usopp with the Sogeking disguise? That would be awesome. But isn't Louis Arnott wasn't written like a long time ago? Here, let's see. One Piece, Louis Arnott. How long ago was his shit? Louis Arnott. I found him on the Indonesian wiki. Why can't I find him on the normal wiki? Normal is in English. Hold on. Okay. Okay. So if we go to Bragman, right? Famous book. The authors were discredited as liars. Louis Arnott. I guess I was spelling it incorrectly. Interesting. It's seemingly in the last 100 or so years. So, Deuce describes Bragman as a collection of journals from explorers of the distant past. Okay, let's take a look at this. Volume 42. Let's see. So maybe not that distant. Okay, let's try and find this shit. Okay. I have a question about the books being thrown away by Olvia's group in the 5th panel. The book is titled, Isn't That the Same? Blah, blah, blah. Okay. You're correct. It's the book that had info about the Island of Giants, Little Garden. Am I screen sharing right now? Please tell me I'm screen sharing. Okay. A book that is read all around the world as a tome of adventures on the Grand Line. They're so outlandish and bizarre that normal readers believe that it's tall tales. If this book only existed today... Okay. Nah, we don't really have any. So it maybe isn't that old. Maybe it's not that old. So it could be correct. Could be correct. Also, let's get the stream likes up to 50 real quick. All right, One Piece Islands. If it was Heracles, that'd be hilarious. Tom says Morj, this may be stupid, but what if his name isn't Louis because Louis are not? Right, I'm not going to address that, Tom. All right. Let's see. One Piece Islands. This is 11. Up to Dressrosa. Oh my god. Is this... What is this? What is this? What's this? This is my thumbnail from my island tier list last time. Oh my god, because I have done an island tier list one time before, but that was ranking based on just ranking the islands in general, like how cool is this island. This is based on actual livability, like would you want to live there? Somebody just, or is this was this the tier list that we used? I don't know. This isn't a lot of islands. Okay, let's just go. We'll use the one that we had previously. One Piece locations. This could also work. Um, yeah, we can use the one that we had before. We found a good one before. One Piece, Islands, Elbaf. There we go. How's this One Piece locations tier list maker looking? This is pretty robust, though. Why do I have an ad? Don't I have ad block? How do I get rid of this ad? TomTom is saying, did you see Daniel Allen's super? I did. He said, go see Wicked with your lady, you won't regret. I said, we're seeing it most likely this weekend, because she already really wants to see it. How do I get rid of this shit? Why is this ad just here? What if I click it? Oh no. Okay, it doesn't go away even if I click it. What the fuck? Alright, let's do one more time. Alright, there we go. Okay. Alright, so what is this? What does this have that this one is missing? Jesus fucking Christ, why does Tier Maker have so many fucking... what the fuck is this? What is this? Wait, I can just choose files to add? What the fuck? Hold on. Can I just add my own images? That makes life so much easier. First of all, let's just see here. Is this pretty robust? What's this missing? What are we missing here between the two? Okay. Jesus Christ. Alright. How do I get the other one to go away? Is there an X somewhere? X this out? Oh my god. Alright. Okay. So what do you see anything here that's missing? What's missing over here that over here has? Is the only thing that we're really adding Elbaf. Let's take a good look. Take a good look. Tell me what this thing is missing. I think I got that super. But I have ad block. I swear I use ad block. Does this have Elbaf? If this has Elbaf, this has pretty much everything we would need. I don't think it has Elbaf, though. So, Hara... I don't even know what this island is. Don't know what this island is. Don't know what this island is. Is this Witheria? I can't tell some of these fucking islands. This one's simpler. This one's simpler, easier to tell what's going on. So might go with this one. What are the major islands that are missing from here? Because this one's basically major islands, and then this one's all islands. But this one's fucking terrible. Like, you can't make out jack shit for a lot of these. Like, what the fuck is this? What is this island? You guys might not be able to see what I'm pointing at. Island names on the images would be nice. Yeah, that would be ideal. Okay, let's search a little bit harder. Maybe we have something. I already had this one up. Duh. All right. Let's search a little bit harder. One Piece locations. Sniper Island Top 1 says, all-powerful God, Eno. Thanks, Rico Pirate King, to your member for so long, man. 20 months. Please get your submission in. Yeah, while the Pirate King podcast is going on. Alright, we might have clicked this one already. Yeah, so location seems to be more popular than islands. Alright, so hopefully one of these is a winner. I'm in a good number of locations here. Is this the same thing as what we were looking at before? This might be the same shit. Yeah, this is the same thing. No, it's not. Alright, so this one is just ass, right? Don't know why I have this one up. So this one's solid, but I had some complaints because you can't make out some islands, right? Then let's take a look at this. Alright. Oh, shit! Oh shit, we hit the jackpot here. Whatever the fuck this one is. What is all this shit? I don't even know what's going on here. Yeah, with Oh, here we go. Yeah, now we've got some text. I am almost tempted just to use this shit because we have text. This has a strong argument, although it's missing so many fucking islands. And then this one doesn't have text. Ah, shit. Where do we get this? Maybe we just make this on the fly. Hold on. Maybe there's a thing. Virgil Hawkins, thanks for being a parking to remember for 26 months. What do you think of doing streams for a specific series anytime you catch up to/finish a stream or when an arc finishes? Example, Hunter x Hunter, Fire Punch, Chainsaw Man, etc. When are you going to get back into Haikyuu? Oh, I fucking forgot about Haikyuu. I don't know about Haikyuu, man. I have very little drive to get back into Haikyuu. Not because it's bad, because it's good. I like watching Haikyuu. I was about to say something negative about Haikyuu just now, about like how it's whatever, but then I recalled myself literally, audibly, like exclaiming and like go. I did some audible exclamations and like a "Let's go" or whatever. I remember during their match against Oikawa's team. So I can't say anything about Haikyuu ever again. It's good. Doing streams for specific series anytime I catch up or when an arc finishes, I could do that. I really could, especially for some Monday streams. I think it might be is like maybe I'll do, because a lot of people like the One Piece streams, obviously, right? So I might do, especially with One Piece. You guys know One Piece is taking another break. One Piece is taking another break, right? Is that going to be the last chapter of the year? Do people know? Is that it? Let's take a look. I know Clay Stage isn't like, it can't predict the future, but it's often a good indicator. So let's see. What's the leak date? Okay, leak date. Okay, so 33, then Oda break, and then so it's believed that a chapter comes out December 20th. So it's believed that we get a chapter here. And then... Okay, so believe that we get a chapter here. I'm trying to drop Wano here on this day. Trying to drop Wano here. I was hoping that there would be a chapter this week, because then you get a nice break week to have the Wano video come out. So I think either way, this week will be off, so I won't be releasing any video this week. Chapter review and stuff as usual will go up here. Yeah. And then I think the next video of the year will go up on the 31st or something like that. I think that's the plan. So I think the plan is to drop Wano here, take no video this week, and then drop a video this week. Anyway, back to talking about other series. So I like doing, like, people enjoy the Hunter x Hunter reaction stuff, so I might do like a Monday One Piece stream, and then the second half make it a different series or something, and that way we're kind of slowly getting into it. Yeah, Fire Punch. The thing is, if I did a Fire Punch stream, it would get like 10 viewers, so it would just be me talking to 10 people, basically. But Hunter x Hunter, I know there's a lot of popularity, obviously, and I have not... So, yesterday night, I was trying to read the Hunter x Hunter chapter, but I was just so fucking tired yesterday that my brain wasn't processing everything, so I can react to the rest of the Hunter x Hunter chapter here on stream. So, I'll just put that as a little thing. End of stream, will react to Hunter x Hunter... What is it, 409? It's 409, right? Andrew Anami says, I'd be all 10 viewers for that Fire Punch stream. Zolden, thanks for being a Pirate King to remember for 15 months, man. Hey, Morj, was listening to your last VOD and just had to say the Final Fantasy VII Remake had some of the most satisfying combat outside of the Soul series. Highly recommend. Shit. Oh, fuck. What's Remake versus Rebirth? Like, because there's Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and then a Final Fantasy VII Remake. Or is that the Rebirth thing? Is that the same thing? JWP, thanks to the 10. The names for islands is super necessary, lol. I'm pretty sure one of my predictions was right last week, but it was a really easy lol. Yeah, you were correct last week. So if you go see the chapter review, you're shouted out in that, man. 3, definitely keep up with the Hunter x Hunter streams. I'm doing a Hunter x Hunter stream today. I mean, not a Hunter x Hunter stream, but it'll be a chapter. It'll be a reaction. And I think because like that other Hunter x Hunter stream got a decent number of viewers, maybe I will just also do Hunter x Hunter streams on Mondays and just do them after One Piece streams and make them like dedicated Hunter x Hunter streams. Andrew Anami says, Morj, you have no idea how happy I am that you're confused over the Final Fantasy VII Remake naming conventions, in my opinion. Why? What? The naming scheme is so stupid? I just don't get it. Remake is part 1, Rebirth is part 2. So which one is like Brandon Cordovis says JWP is a legend in the chat. JWP is a legend in the chat. JWP is the legend of the Morj chat. Okay, Rebirth is the sequel to the remake. So, but does the remake, like, what covers the, like, if I want to experience the classic Final Fantasy VII, like, Cloud, Sephiroth shit, right? Are you saying that, like, the remake is just, is the remake and Rebirth, are they the same as the original, but just kind of, like, remastered? Or is it a whole different game? Rebirth is the sequel to Remake. So why does it need a sequel if it's just one game that's being remade? Also, let's get the stream likes up to 100 real quick. The names of the islands are necessary. Okay, if the names of the islands are necessary, but we've done this before without names. We could just do this. We could use this, because this has names. This has names, but it's too limited, right? It's too limited. So maybe I could, like, edit these names or something like that and upload them. Yeah, maybe I could just edit the names and upload them, right? Okay, let me, I'm gonna on-screen share for a second. Let me on-screen share for a second. Let's try and do this maybe the right way. Let me just see how difficult this would be. Let me see how difficult this would be. What is the difficulty rating of this task for someone like myself, who is maybe not the best at technology? Huh? What is the difficulty level? Let's see. So I can hit save or download here. I have to log in? I just want to save the images. Okay, but what if I just make this from scratch? How hard would that be? Can I upload shit from my computer? Oh shit! Oh my god! What the fuck? Guys, watch this. Everybody, okay, so you guys know how sometimes I get to a tier list and then it doesn't have everything that I want? So watch this, okay? So I can just choose files and I can just upload something. And it just gets added to the... I've been able to do this all... What the... Nobody said anything. None of you have said... I don't want anyone making fun of me, because nobody said anything. Nobody said a word about this. Anytime we've come across a tier list where it doesn't have all of the things that we want, we're kind of just like, okay, fuck it, I guess we'll deal with this. Or a viewer in chat, like... Or a mod, basically, just steps up and is like, I'll make it, like Remix King or TomTom. Like, that's always been the case. But apparently this whole time we've been able to just do whatever the fuck. We've been able to do this shit. Isn't this insane? Oh my god. What the fuck? Okay, hold on. Okay, so if I... Here. So if I did this, can I add text real quick? Is there a way I can type? Because if I can do that, here we go. Text. I don't know what this is. No text QR codes detected. Because the fast way to do this would basically be if I can save images, save islands really quick, and then just add text on them. What's the easiest way to add text? Is it Microsoft Paint? It's not our job. We thought you would notice. You guys, you could have just said something. This whole time, you know how much we've struggled as a community? No, it's all of us together. We all struggled as a community. All right? We all struggled together. Oh my god. All right. So if I'm putting together this islands tier list, right? If I'm doing it manually, what's the fastest way? I need to save all the island images. I need a quick way to add text onto them. What's the quickest way to add text onto them? Is it Paint? Is it good old-fashioned Microsoft Paint? Do I just do this? So I can like, here, hold on. Let's get crazy. All right, so if I wanted to save like a quick image, copy, paste, fucking paste. Okay, text. This seems slow though. This seems slow. This seems slow. Any ideas? Remix King! Thanks for being a Yonko tier member for 21 months. Bruh, I just got here. Morj, you gotta reach out to me if you want to make a list. Side note, do you still keep up with the league? The league? NBA? Oh, are you talking about Pokemon? Because I keep up with Pokemon. Oh, NBA? I do, but I haven't watched as much as I should lately. I think because... I don't know why. I mean, like, the league is interesting right now. I think the league is interesting right now. It's just... I think I'm not as motivated to watch, like... I want the teams that I like to be good, but I'm just keep seeing, like, fucking the Celtics are the best team right now. Thunder, Cavs, kinda. Like, Cavs also might be legit at this point. We might actually have to start taking them seriously. The teams that I like, which are, like, Nuggets, Lakers, Warriors, Mavs, they're all good. Spurs and Pelicans, actually. I like Pelicans. I'm a Zion fan. But those teams are all good, but they're all clearly like flawed enough that them winning the championship would be very difficult. So I'm not as motivated to watch at the moment. Zolden, thanks for the 5. Final Fantasy VII Remake is the first 8 hours of the original Final Fantasy VII, extended 40 hours. Rebirth is the middle section of the original game. So there's another game that we got. They turned it into a trilogy? Is this like a good idea? What is this? Why are they doing this? Why are they doing this? Okay, hold on. I got an idea. Here we go. There we go. Yeah, we just gotta find places that have already labeled it for us. Yeah. Big brain. Oh my god. I am the screaming genius of our modern day times. Of our modern times. Modern times. Whose is this? Whose is this? Who made this? Who's this person? Oh my god. How do I just want to steal this guy's thing. That guy's the true streaming genius. He just doesn't know it. Whoever that gecko is. Alright, let's see. I guess I should just go to the actual thing. No, it just looks like... It's just this. So does this cover most things? No, I feel like there's more that we want from here. Okay, this is dumb. This one's pretty good. We might roll with this. They don't have LBAF though, so we can just upload LBAF. This covers a lot. This is pretty good. This could be it, boys and girls. This could be it, everybody. This is good. It's still missing some stuff. What are some good islands that this thing is missing? Water 7, Baratier, O'Hara, Arlong Park. It's just poor resolution, though, is the problem with this one. Poor resolution. Wano, Punk Hazard. Does this thing have Punk Hazard? Yeah, it's Punk Hazard. Impel Down. Does this thing have Impel Down? Yeah, it's Impel Down. Zoe, Dressrosa, Water 7. Does it have Zoe? Does not have Zoe. Does it have Zoe? Okay, so we need to add Zoe. It's got Dressrosa. We need to add Water 7. Nope, it's got Water 7. Does it have Amazon Lily? It's got Amazon Lily. Okay. We're probably just going to do the main islands, right? Main islands. Okay, so we need to add... Guys, keep track. We need to add Zoe. We need to add Labastus, Fishman Island. Saboti's got to be here, right? It's already got Saboti. Baratier. Baratier is not an island. You can't live at Baratier. So we want to add Zoe. We probably want to add O'Hara. Unless this thing already has O'Hara. It's got O'Hara. Longring. We want to add Longring. Okay. We're going to add Zoe. We're going to add Longring. We're going to add Little Garden. Zoe, Longring, Little Garden. I already forgot one of them. Zoe, Longring, Little Garden. No, that's it. Zoe, Longring, Little Garden. This is pretty good. Zoe, Longring, Little Garden. Okay, and Elbath. That's what we're adding. We're adding Zoe, Longring, Little Garden, and Elbath. I also kind of want to add where the Straw Hats went to during the time skip. Zoe, Longring, Little Garden, Elbath. Let's add Torino Kingdom. Yeah. Alright, I'm just going to put it into chat so I don't forget. Zoe, Longring. Tom says you can't live at Little Garden. At Baratier, where the fuck do you think the cooks live? That's a good point, but then I'd have to. Yeah, you can't live as a citizen. You have to live there as like your job. Longring, Little Garden, Torino Kingdom, Elbath. Where else? Witheria. Give me some more islands. Mention some more islands. Mention some more islands. Because what we're gonna do, we're gonna cut these up. We're gonna make these the images. Cut these up, make these the images, and then I'm gonna add a few more images, and then we're gonna call it a day. And then we're going to make the tier list. Gray Terminal. That's okay, we could put in Gray Terminal. It just fucking sucks. Tom says a secure job is a plus. That's technically true. Egghead is in this guy's thing. He's got Egghead. Loketown, Goa Kingdom, Gray Terminal, Whiskey Peak. Is Whiskey Peak not here? They don't have Whiskey Peak? Alright. I think they got Amazon Lily. Boyne Archipelago, do they have that? Boyne Archipelago. Island. I'll just call it Gaimon Island. It's called the Island of Strange Animals. Gaimon Island. I think they got Punk Hazard here. Reverse Mountain. It's not really, like, it's really just the lighthouse that you can live at. Greenbit. I'm gonna call Greenbit Dressrosa. Alright, we're just gonna call. I'll throw in Orangetown. Jaya. Syrup Village. They don't have Syrup Village? Yeah, they don't have Syrup Village. They have Thriller Bark here. So we're looking. Oh, they have Thriller Bark. We're looking for things that they don't have. Why the fuck do they have Sorbet Kingdom? Okay, I think we're good. Flevance. What went on in Flevance? They should have Fishman Island. I think they got Fishman Island here. They don't have Fishman Island? How the fuck do they not have Fishman Island? I got Longring listed. Alright. Alright. Oh, Flevance was that. For some reason I mixed that up with Grey Terminal. I'm getting rid of Grey Terminal because it's not a place. Goa Kingdom is. Flevance, Fishman Island. Okay, there we go. We're gonna do this. Alright, here we go. Alright. So first I'm gonna chop these up. Alright. You guys gotta watch me chop this up. I'm just not even gonna label him a. So in the meantime, let me tell you guys a story, a crazy story. All right. Wait. Unfortunately, I don't have a crazy story. I need a prompt. God Value, Tequila Wolf. We got Thriller Bark. It's missing Skypea. Skypea's right here. It's got Skypea. Don't worry about that. But let me give you guys some updates. All right, on other series outside of One Piece at the moment. So right now, here's what's happening. All right, right now I am still in. I'm trying to finish. I think with Dandadan, I'm liking it enough right now that once the animes, once we've caught up on the anime, I'll probably go ahead and continue reading the manga. I think in the meantime, I'm gonna read Sakamoto Days. Because Sakamoto Days, I feel like I've heard too many good things, and then I also want to try that series Centuria that you guys were telling me about, right? Because Centuria seems like, I don't know, it seems like it'd be up my alley, at least also if it's from another one of Fujimoto's assistants. Also, can anybody update me on Kagurabachi? How good is Kagurabachi at the moment? How good is Kagurabachi right now? How good is Kagurabachi? Is Kagurabachi like is it like an actually good series at the moment, or it's like, oh, it's enjoyable? You know what I mean? Also, do you guys remember when Jujutsu Kaisen's arc to becoming popular was? Am I skipping ahead? Jujutsu Kaisen's arc to getting popular was like kind of crazy, because I remember like when it was coming out at one point in time, like early on, it was not like a popular series and it was kind of made fun of. Then I think around the time that its anime got going, it started getting like really, really popular. And then it kind of blew up, I think, especially with season 2. I think season 2 is when it like blew up. But season 1 it got popular. And I don't know, I feel like Kagurabachi might be going down that same track where like early on it's kind of made fun of, and then after a bit people are like, oh, it's actually fun. And then suddenly it could like blow up once it gets its anime. I was hoping Undead Unluck would blow up once it got its anime, but then its anime wasn't all that. It's peak, it's solid, it's fun, it's really good. Yokai Gota saying Kagurabachi is mid, it's generic as fuck, nothing special about it. Okay, but like, did I already do Amazon Lily? Let me see. The fact that I can create this shit myself is crazy. I just didn't even realize. What else? P. What comes after P? I just feel like the next big shonen manga, I just don't know what that's going to be at this point. Is it Dandadan? Is it Sakamoto Days? A lot of people are saying that Dandadan will be the next One Piece. Is that actually the case? Can Dandadan fans like confirm or deny that this is the trajectory that it's set on? It's a 9.5 out of 10. It's that good. I'm really curious as to what it's about at this point, because I got the beginning was about revenge and shit like that. So I'm like, okay, so what can he actually do with that? All right, we're getting here. All right, so we got a solid batch right there. Now next comes our secondary batch. I don't think Dandadan will be the next One Piece. Dandadan's not even a long manga. Okay, hold on. Let's pull up Zoe in One Piece. One Piece, Zoe. Alright. Do we have to... I don't want to put in text myself. So if there's a way that I can just already have clear text. I don't have to search for each one of these. You know what? Fuck it. We'll write it on. We'll do what needs to be done. I got it. This is not gonna look good. I mean, you guys can tell what this is, right? You guys can basically tell. You guys can tell. Then we gotta get Elbaf in there. I think we're not gonna do each one. We're not gonna do each one. What's a simple way of showing Elbaf? Yeah, this looks like Elbaf. Yeah, here we go. This is a nice zoomed in shot of Elbaf's tree. This should be understandable as Elbaf. Alright, what else we got on the list? Let's get Little Garden. Let's get Long Ring. Let's get the classics in. Let's get the classics. Alright, so Little Garden, I think it should be recognizable enough from this shot. Should be recognizable enough. And then, yeah, I think Long Ring is fair. Fuck, which one looks like... I guess this looks like... This is good enough. This will look like Long Ring for us. So some of the islands will have text, some won't. That's basically what we're rolling with. Some text, some no text. Alright. I guess I can still throw in... I'll throw in Loketown. I'll do a couple more. Loketown, Whiskey Peak. I'll do Loketown, Whiskey Peak, and Fishman Island. How about that? And then we can see about adding more if we want to add more. Loketown. Loketown doesn't have a simple way to symbolize it, though, fortunately. Guess we could do... Yeah, this works. It has text. It says Loketown. Sorry, Teching, I'm borrowing your thumbnail for the purposes of this stream. Let's do Roman numerals. Oh, I already exist. Oh wait, yeah, I guess it does already exist. There we go. All right, Fishman Island and Whiskey Peak. Fishman Island. It's a clean shot of Fishman Island. There's no fucking clean shots of Fishman Island. This looks enough like Fishman Island. This is all for the purposes of a high stream quality. Because I've done the islands tier list before, and I just fucking did the images of the islands all across with no text. So this should hopefully help. AII. And then we'll do Whiskey Peak. Oh shit, Teching, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, man. I gotta use these images, man. It's just thank you for doing this. I appreciate it. I'm sorry, Teching. Alright, that's good enough. I think we're gonna roll with these. We could throw in Boyan Archipelago. I like that location. We'll throw it in. We'll throw it in. There we go. And it's easy to understand. Alright. Yeah, I think we're good with this. We're good with this. Alright. Oh, no, Jaya. We should throw in Jaya. Jaya's important. Jaya is just important. It's just an important island. Okay. Alright. All important islands must be included. Here we go. Here we go. Alright. We are good to go. Yeah, let me find something that's kind of... Ah, shit. Now I need something that basically has nothing, actually. I need, like, an empty tier list. Can I just do this? Make a template? I don't want to make an account or anything. Okay. Make my own template. Here we go. Alright, this will be fun. Okay, create single-use template. All right, and then choose files, and then holy shit, yeah, now I can just do this. This is crazy. It was that easy all along. Oh my god, what the fuck? Look at this shit, and I still got this ad. Let me click on this ad. All right, ad, please go away now. Please go away. I've already clicked on you. All right. It is what it is. We deal with the ad. All right, everybody. I think we're good. I think I set up the tier list for us. I did it. I did it. This is impressive. All right. Yokai Gota, thanks for the 5. Without spoiling too much, Dandadan is like Shonen Gantz. I like Gantz as long as like I already like the characters better than, you know, characters and storytelling better than Gantz. I do get the vibe that it's like your monster of the week, but Gantz was like a hardcore monster of the week. Like Gantz was a monster of like Gantz was I think the only series ever that I've been satisfied with the monster of the week formula, because it was the first time that I was reading something where like the monster of the week formula was like high stakes. Like it was just, they would get some new batshit insane shit, and it would be super fucking hard to deal with, and a lot of people would die, and it would just, like, stretch them so thin and, like, mentally fuck with them and leave them, like, bloody and beaten and, like, characters dead and, like, so many casualties, etc. And then they're recovering from that, and then it's, like, a day later, it's, like, time for the next one, and they're all just like, oh, fuck, what are we doing? Like, it's just, like, seeing them go through a brand new hell, like arc after arc after arc, and usually they're not prepared for the next, like they just want it to be over, and they're not prepared for the next round, and it just keeps coming, and each time it's something more insane than the last. All right, we're gonna start once we get the stream likes up to 100, so let's get the stream likes up to 100 real quick. Kaiji, I gotta read that too. Rusakana. Ah, shit, I could put Rusakana. Well, that's the good part about this, right? We can always throw in more shit, right? Yeah, we can throw in Rusakana, why not? We've got a tier list. I can freely edit this, isn't that insane? I can freely change this however I want. Rusakana, yeah, I could throw in whatever. You guys want something else? Tom, thanks for 2. Why make a list on screen when you have mine, lol? What? Because, you didn't have this one, right? You didn't have island locations? You've got island side characters, so I'll use yours for that for sure. Baltigo, Marijua. Those are good ones. Is Marijua not already included in here? No, it's not. Okay, so we gotta throw in Baltigo. Oh my god. I would feel... Okay, this is the last... Everyone hold me accountable. This is the last second thumbnail I'm borrowing for this. Alright? That's it. Alright? He just makes it so perfect for this, for the purposes of this. It's... What am I supposed to do? Just not use it? Alright. Alright, everybody hold me accountable. That's the last one of his. No more... No. I'm so embarrassed. Alright. Yeah, let's throw these in. Let's throw these bad boys in. I can just add more. It's easy. I can just add more if I feel like it. I can throw in, oh shit, I shouldn't have labeled it like that, though. So I've gotta throw in Logtown, Fishman Island, Whiskey Peak, Boyne Archipelago, Jaya, and then, yeah, I got a little skewed with the naming, so I gotta keep that in mind if we add more. Okay. Alright, yeah, shit, we got a lot of islands here. JWP, thanks for the 5, man. I prefer Dandadan. The art is amazing, but I'm pretty sure once Sakamoto Days anime comes out, it'll be the new Jujutsu Kaisen in terms of popularity. Interesting. How do you guys feel about that? Do you guys believe that, Sakamoto Days is gonna be the new Jujutsu Kaisen? Bray Uchiha, thanks for being a Yonko tier member for 25 months. Hey Morj, I'm back. Been a rough couple of weeks. I'm sorry to hear that. So how did you like this week's Bleach episode? Also, have you read/watched Burn the Witch? I've not read or watched Burn the Witch. This week's Bleach episode, I personally think that this was the best. This was my favorite fight from the manga. This was my favorite fight from the manga from this arc for sure. So this is my favorite fight from the manga. So I was really excited on seeing how they would adapt this one. This might be controversial, but I wasn't like... I thought that they would do more. It's hard to explain. I thought that they would do more. For one, the fight is exactly the same one-to-one as it was with the manga, which is fine because it didn't really need changes. But I thought that it could. I thought that the beginning of the fight, when he's in Shikai, and this isn't really spoiling stuff, when he's in Shikai, like they have a section. There's just, I think this is a fight where like there's a lot of explaining and talking in the first half. There's like a lot of explaining and talking, and I thought that like they would do some stuff to make it a bit visually more interesting during the sections when they're just standing there and talking, but they actually didn't. So it was just a lot of explaining and talking, explaining what the ability was, and then you kind of just move on a little bit. Like, just the first half didn't feel that dynamic. And so then we got to... I thought that was something from the manga that could have been improved upon, but it was kept basically the same. There was no added spice to that. And then the second part, I thought that they did the Bankai really, really well. And they made it feel more like a stage play and everything like that. So it got the contrast, it got the concept across a lot more clearly than the manga, which was really good. I think it got the concept a lot more clearly across. But I feel like I still feel like the way they did like Senjamaru's Bankai is more visually and artistically impressively done as a sequence than what they did with Kyoraku's. So it's not that they didn't adapt it well. I think it's the fact that I saw how they did Senjamaru's Bankai, and I thought that they would like... I thought that there was like another level that they could do with this. And they didn't do anything that blew my mind in terms of the presentation of all this. They just did a good adaptation. I would say like the vibe of the theater play, like making it feel more like a theater play and everything like that, that was really cool. And that was a step up from the manga. But I thought that they were going to go all out in a way that like, it's hard to explain what's missing because nothing's really missing. It's more like I thought that they were going to elevate it in a way that we saw with Senjamaru's Bankai, or even with some of the way that like Ichibe's abilities were displayed or something like that. But I didn't feel like that happened. So it's almost like it was great, but I was imagining that they would go for something that kind of was like more like it's like when you nail it as well as like I'd gotten used to this adaptation elevating scenes, so like taking what the scene already was and then doing something to make it even more visually mesmerizing or dreamlike or something like that. They followed through with what I expected. Like if you asked me to come up with like roughly how I like, to me it felt like a good translation from what was in the manga to the anime. But then something like the Senjamaru Bankai, that feels like another level of creativity. So I thought that they would go for like another level of creativity here, right? This was kind of just like, this was what I felt made sense that they would kind of do. And then they did it like that. And I'm like, it's a good episode, basically. I also felt like Lile Baro, I think they could have communicated the intangibility a little bit better in his form. But his form looked better than it did in the manga. That's pretty much it. All right, continuing on. Okay, so some people think Sakamoto Days could be like that. It depends on overall the quality of the anime, of course. Anime quality matters a lot. Okay, Raijin Island? Fuck it, let's throw in Raijin Island. Oh, so that's what it looks like over here. Okay, so it gets really cropped here. Raijin Island. Let's throw it in. It's easy to understand. It's just lightning. Pretty straightforward. Just the fact that I have the power to change these tier lists now, it's just such a game changer. It's insane. All right, let's get the stream likes up to 100 real quick. Also, let me just check one thing. Yeah, let me just check one thing. In the meantime, oh shit. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see. Do we have anyone? Okay, we don't have anyone set right now for today's streams. Okay. All right, everybody. We're good to go. All right. Who was the old lady at Raijin Island? I need that lore. That was Lua or not. All right, everybody. You guys ready? All right. Let's go. Let's get the stream likes to 100. We're almost there. S, A, B, C, D. I wonder if we'll need more than that. We'll find out. All right. You guys can see kind of clearly. So Fuchsia Village, pretty straightforward, right? Fuchsia Village. We're gonna be ranking. Here's the rules. All right. The rules are we are ranking this based on you as a human. All right. So you're not being dropped into the One Piece world with superpowers. You don't have hockey. You don't have devil fruits. You're not super strong. You're a human in the One Piece world. Like you yourself. Like you as you are right now. You don't get any special abilities. You don't get to change your appearance. You don't get to be a giant or a fishman or anything. You're just a person. And you're dropped into the One Piece world. You're being dropped at one of these islands. On top of that, you do not get... How do I say this? We're going to base it based off of how the island is today. So if you're dropped into Wano, you don't have to live under Orochi's rule, but it's also not like Odin's days either, when the entire island was flourishing. You're living based on... That's fine. Yeah. You're living based on how the island has become. All right? All right? And we're going to assume that, so people are bringing up Tequila Wolf. We're not going to rank Tequila Wolf because it's not really an island. But if you're on Tequila Wolf, you would probably be a slave, right? So you don't get... If you were in Morj, you would be a slave, okay? Because it's you as you are in real life being dropped in there. So if you're not a Celestial Dragon, you're not going to be given Celestial Dragon rights when you're dropped in Morj, okay? So, in real life, right, you as a person are being dropped into these villages. I think Fuchsia Village is a solid B. It might be a C. We'll see how things play out over time, but Fuchsia Village, it's just a neutral place, right? It's kind of shitty, actually. Maybe it's a C. We might need some extra tiers. It's kind of not great, because it's like just a tiny little village, right? There's not a lot of fun stuff to do there. If I recall correctly, they didn't even have a video Den Mushi during Vegapunk's speech. Am I right? Brandon Cordova says, are Yonkos still existing? We're going to go with, yeah. Like how Yonkos are, whatever is in the story right now. So Yonkos do exist, but if the Yonko of said land has been defeated, for example, Kaido has been defeated from Wano, then that character is no longer there. Ray Chia, thanks to the 5. Burn the Witch is Kubo's other manga. I did know about that. There are only 5 manga chapters and 4 anime episodes. If he gets to write more, I think it would be really good. Oh, I didn't know there are 5 manga chapters. I did not know there are 5 manga chapters and 4 anime episodes. I thought there was 1 manga chapter. That's interesting. I would also say that with Burn the Witch, I heard it's something that throws off my... It's something like it's set in the Bleach universe, but it's like the Western version of it. I don't know if I like that, because that throws too many things into questions. Just like, okay, so they have, like, does the Gotai 13 ever interact with that group and stuff like that? Like, if the Soul King and all of that stuff is being destroyed, does that affect the Western hemisphere as well? Like, how come nobody from there is jumping in? I don't know. But I might check it out. Yeah, Uninspired says it's quaint, but doesn't compare to actual nice islands. I would say that's the case, and also I think Everybody, myself, people in chat, we all have different standards of living, obviously, depending on where you live in the globe, socioeconomic class, etc. But I would say by most standards, Fuchsia Village is like, for most people, I think it's probably a bit of a step down from where you're currently living, just because it's literally a remote little island with it's literally a small village, right? It's probably got like one bar, some houses, the windmill and stuff like that. There's not much going on there. There's not much to do for fun. It's kind of a bland little village, right? Like, the population might be like fucking 20 people, 50 people, something like that, right? So I think that's something to consider. Again, I don't know if they have video Denden Mushis, so we don't really have that, right? Vahid Sadegi, thanks for the 2. Can NL be in Raijin Island? Can I be NL in Raijin Island? No, you would be a human, right? So I'm going to go ahead and say that Raijin Island is a D, right? You would just die. So I think we're going to need some more tiers, right? We need some more tiers. Let's add in a tier below. And we're going to make this... Yeah, right, because I think there's a big gap between, like, Fuchsia, which is, like, an okay, simplistic island, and then just straight death, which is Raijin Island, right? So I think there's probably a gap there. Alright, Loketown, I think, is a bit of a... See, Loketown, if you compare to Fuchsia Village, Loketown is a clear step up. Clear step up from Fuchsia Village, right? Loketown, clear step up from Fuchsia Village, and I would add that with Loketown... how do I say this? With Loketown, it's tricky because there's a lot of pirates that show up there, but it's also famous for capturing pirates because Smoker is there. But Smoker is no longer there, so maybe pirates just... There is a higher threat of pirates there. I think Fuchsia Village doesn't have a high threat of pirates, but it does have mountain bandits and such. Every island here has some level of security issues, right? So... But Fuchsia Village, it's not the worst. Like, it's got Higuma the Bandit. Loketown is tricky. Because it's clearly a better... It's like a good city, right? It's a good city. It's got a lot... Like, it's got clothing stores, food places, hotels, right? Like, a lot... There's a lot of shit in Loketown. It's got tourist stuff with the execution stand. It's a nice, cool... Like, it's a pretty cool city. It's just the issue of pirates showing up. But I think you'd be okay with that just because the Marine base is probably pretty strong there. Even if Smoker's no longer there, they probably got some good stuff, you know? Jade FW, thanks for being a Pirate King to your member for 24 months. Make sure to get your Pirate King submissions in for the podcast that I'll be recording soon. For those of you who don't know, again, the Pirate King podcast has... it's a podcast that covers... where I talk about One Piece, but other anime, manga... movies, games, shows, NBA, real life, etc. And it's all based off of the questions that you guys give me. So any question you submit on there, I answer in depth over the course of an hour and a half long podcast. So if you're interested in that, then just you can become a member or support me on Patreon at the Pirate King tier. Yo Morj, says JFW. Don't know if you've checked it out, but I just want to say that the Penguin Show is phenomenal. Great prestige TV. Really doesn't even need to be connected to Batman, just a great show. I've heard only good things about the Penguin. I've never heard a single bad thing about the Penguin. I do want to watch it soon. That is on my list of things to watch. I think Shogun as well. Right now we're watching Dandadan, but I know Dandadan's only its first season, so there's probably only so many episodes left, and the episodes are short. So maybe after that, something like Shogun or the Penguin, one of the two for sure. Stormy says I could beat Higuma. Not gonna lie. The thing is, Higuma's bounty was like 8 million, right? So most of us probably couldn't beat Higuma. Because I think Higuma's bounty was even higher than, like, Alvida's. And I know bounty scaling, it's not really a thing. But I think in East Blue it kind of holds up. Because, like, Buggy's was 15, then Kuro's was 16, then Krieg's was 17, then Arlong's was 20. So it's kind of like a continuing scale of like, a little bit stronger as we go. And, yeah, I just feel like if Alvida was 5 million, and Alvida could, like, send grown men flying with a single swing of her club, like strong, like adult pirate like people, right? And Higuma's even a bigger threat than Alvida. Then I think most people would lose to Higuma, you know? Higuma might actually, let's be real. I think that what's Higuma's bounty? One Piece Higuma bounty. Guma's bounty was, I believe it was 8 million. Yeah, it was 8 million berry. And Alvida's was 5 million, I believe, right? Alvida's was 5 million. Yeah. So, if we're going with bounty scaling, just for East Blue purposes, if we're going with bounty scaling for East Blue purposes, then I'm going to be blunt. I think Higuma beats every single human in real life. Straight up. Because I think if you go back to Alvida, like, Alvida from Chapter 2 is probably stronger than, like, pretty much all humans in real life. Like, she swings around that giant club. She sends, like, grown men, like, she knocks out, like, she's physically stronger than everybody on her pirate crew, so everybody lives in terror of her. So she probably beats, like, 98% of humans in real life. And she like... And then Higuma's significantly, like... His bounty's, like, 60% higher than hers. So Higuma probably is just above any real-life human, you know? I think Higuma... Alvida would decimate Higuma? I think Alvida, once she gets her devil fruit power up, but I don't think Alvida beats Higuma, because, like, Higuma's bounty is 8 million and Alvida's was 5. And again, I know bounty scaling is not the correct way to go, but in East Blue, bounty scaling holds up. In East Blue, it's pretty consistent for the most part. Where, like, again, like, Buggy's was 15, then, like, Kuro's was 16, then Krieg's was 17, Arlong's was 20. Like, it was pretty tightly connected, you know? I don't know. Grizzly Adams, thanks for the 5. Smoker becoming irrelevant to Luffy's story kind of makes him abandoning his post a more messed up move in hindsight. That's true, because he had a good job taking... Like, in the One Piece world, obviously Grand Line and the New World are, like, the important parts, but in the grand scheme of things, being Smoker and basically keeping the entire quadrant of the globe, like, all of East Blue, like... Being the top Marine to keep an entire quadrant of the globe under lock is fucking insane. It's just because the way the scaling of the world works, we think of East Blue as, like, small, and, like, the Blues is small, and, like, Grand Line and the New World is the big deal. But, like, in the grand scheme of things, Smoker took care of, like... He was the big dog, like, the big Marine that, like, protected the primary town of, like, the entire... top right quarter, or not top right, but like 1/4 of the globe. You know, that's kind of insane to think about. Stefan M, thanks for the 10. Question, Morj, what got you into analyzing One Piece for a YouTube platform? Love your videos, well constructed and incredibly insightful. Thank you, Stefan, I appreciate it. What got me into analyzing One Piece? I was I've always been a One Piece fan for a long time. And then I think in college I became, like, even more and more of a One Piece fan. Like, it just became my favorite thing, period. And, like, I would want to talk about One Piece. I didn't have people in real life to talk about One Piece with really at that point in time. But, like, I would be on Reddit a lot, posting One Piece thoughts a lot. Like, I'd just be, like really, really into One Piece. And I just thought that it was, like, a fucking amazing story. I thought it was, like, the best story that I'd read. And I was just like, this needs to be... Like, there were so many things that I thought were really cool about One Piece that I just did not see other people talking about, at least at that point in time. I think nowadays there's much more analytical content around One Piece besides myself. But back then, like, I just felt like there was a gap. And I was just like, One Piece is so great. I initially was planning on... there was a good period of time that I planned on being... on making YouTube videos. Just because I had lots of thoughts on, like, storytelling and movies and stuff that I wanted to get out. And so initially I had a plan for a film channel, and I actually used to write freelance, like, film articles and stuff like that back in college for, like, some side money. I think people might know, like, way back when, I've done a couple videos for Watch Mojo, for example. Like, I've done freelance video article or movie article writing for different sites at different points in time. So Watch Mojo is the one that, like, people tend to know of. So I've done a couple for Watch Mojo, for example, and I wanted to make, like, a YouTube channel for movies and covering movies. I really like the creator Every Frame of Painting, But then at some point, like, I was just so into One Piece, I shifted gears and I was just like, no, let me do this for One Piece instead. So then I started, it was like, I think as soon as I graduated college and I was like, I have more free time now, I just like made that, like, that was one of my first like hobbies that I was doing, which was like making, I started making some analytical One Piece videos, and they were really short. At the time, I knew almost nothing about YouTube, so I put no effort into thumbnails. Like, my thumbnails were literally just manga panels, and I made that my thumbnail. And there'd be, like, 3-minute long videos, 4-minute long videos, because in my mind, I was like, oh, short videos are where it's at. People want to watch short videos because it's shorter and gets to the point. Turns out longer videos are what, like, people prefer their video essays and stuff like that to be a bit on the longer side. So that evolved over time. But thank you, I very much appreciate it. Akash Panda, good to see you, man. Thanks for the 5. Syrup Village, pros, almost no pirate attacks, barely any world government influence. Most influential person is Kaya. Cons, there's not much to do. Yeah. Syrup Village and, like, that's why I don't want to do every one of the little towns, because I feel like Syrup Village, Fuchsia Village, Orangetown, Orangetown's bigger than Fuchsia Village. Orangetown is similar to, like, Fuchsia is small. Then I feel like Orangetown and Syrup Village are bigger. Then I think Kokoyashi Village, because there's other villages on the island, I think there's just more to do because it's a bigger island overall. Like, I think Kokoyashi Village wasn't the only village, unless I'm mistaken. But generally speaking, there's not much going to be that much difference between ranking those islands. Tom, thanks for the 2. How do I get into freelance writing? How did you? So initially, one, it's sites that you're already, what do you call? Like, I used to read, like, this was stupid. I used to read the site What Culture, which is a dumb site, but I used to read, I was in college, whatever, and it had lists, and I was like, well, I could do these lists. So then I applied multiple times to be a writer there, and then my application just didn't go through, because, I don't know, maybe they're not taking writers at the time, maybe my stuff wasn't that good, I don't know. But I knew that they would pay me, so I was just like, oh, fuck, so I can't get it, I'm not getting it here. So then I, like, once I realized that wasn't working, then, because I submitted, like, twice, then I just kept looking for more sites that like cover film or cover things that I wanted to talk about. And so then I ended up writing for British film, like a British film site called like british.film.uk or something like that. I need to look up what this was, or if this site is still going. I don't remember the full name, but it was like a British film site. So then I got accepted there, and then I was able to write some articles for that site. And then after that, I tried Watch Mojo, because I knew that they had, like, it's a YouTube channel with, like fairly popular content like that, and they were paying. So then I picked up a thing for that. So you just have to look. Like, at the end of the day, you have to look, because if you can't get whatever site you already... Hopefully it's a thing that you already read articles for, but then... if it's too popular and you can't get submissions there or whatever, then you just have to try and look, basically. But I was a much worse writer back then. That's funny, actually, now that I think about those days. And then I just pivoted to One Piece once I came out of college, because I was just like, I'd for a long time been planning on doing like film videos and stuff like that, and I had like a little list of videos that I wanted to do, and just shifted. I think over the course of senior year, I shifted towards like, no, I just want to talk about One Piece first and foremost, because I felt like there's so many film sites out there, but I don't know if there's like film sites, film YouTube channels and stuff, but like One Piece felt, one, more special to me, and two, I'm just like, this is probably more unique. And then once I started doing movie Morj for a bit, I actually circled back to the same Word document that I had my ideas listed for a movie channel, and I was like, these ideas are all shit, because like I was just so much, not so much younger, but I was just younger and like less like after having the experience of like having done so much video essay writing and stuff like for One Piece, and like my analysis skills getting better and learning more and watching more movies and everything like that as well, the ideas I circled back to that I thought I'd launch a movie YouTube channel with when I was like 16, 17, I was like, these aren't good. Not 16, 17, sorry, like 20, 21. I was like, these aren't good. I meant 2016, 2017. All right, continuing on. Rainstorm says how we've only done 3 of these. All right, let's move faster. Holy shit, Stefan M. Thank you for the 50. My God, thank you so much, man. Seriously, really appreciate it. Appreciate the response. Thank you, man. Appreciate your work. Thank you. I truly hope you continue even after the end of One Piece. Your ability to explain philosophy and understanding of literature is apparent. Thank you for all you do. Thank you so much, Stefan. That's really, really, really kind of you to say. I'm happy that like you appreciate that. And I do always have plans to do creative things even after the end of One Piece. So even if it's covering something totally different, whether that be YouTube or not YouTube, I'll always be working on stuff like that. So I really, really appreciate that comment. Thank you. Yeah, continuing on. All right, next we have Fishman Island. I think Fishman Island is really, really difficult to do. Grizzly Adams, thanks for the 5. In the cover of Chapter 134, we see Kaya and the Usopp pirates shopping in a larger city than Syrup Village, so there's probably more to the island. Okay, so... But they ran the course of the island, as far as we saw, because they ran from coast to coast when trying to get to the Black Cat pirates. So maybe they were traveled off the island or something like that? Who knows? Because traveling from island to island is much easier in the East, in the Blues. But that is a good point. Let me just take a quick look. Chapter 134. I think this might be Syrup Village. I think this... So there's an owl thing. No, it might not be Syrup Village, because, like, she's working to be a doctor's apprentice, so maybe she went somewhere else for this. I think this could be a different island. I don't know. Okay, Fishman Island I think is very difficult. I think Fishman Island is really, really difficult to live in as a human. I don't think humans can really live in Fishman Island. I think you'd have to make a lot of... No, because you could, right? Because, like, why not? Humans can live in Fishman Island as far as we've seen. Right? Like, the Straw Hats are able to walk around there and travel around there fine. I think it'd actually be a really cool place to live. It's just not everything's designed for humans, but pirates pass through there all the time. I think it's probably more human-friendly. You may face discrimination, right? Because, like, fishmen and humans, they have those issues. But, like... Those issues are healing as far as we know. So the discrimination is a big part of it. Because like a lot of fishermen have negative feelings towards humans. But ever since the Straw Hats had their stint at Fishman Island, that might be changing. So Fishman Island, like I think as a place to live, like just objectively is really cool. It's really cool. It's got big cities. It's got a lot of fun stuff. Right? It's got... like water slides and water parks and everything like that. It's got its own type of food and everything. I don't know how they feel about eating fish. I forget. But at the same time, I don't know. The discrimination factor is the one thing that would hold it back. And I think it might not be that human friendly in terms of like not everything might be designed for humans to use, you know? So I feel like it might be a B. Okay, where would you guys put it? Gunner455, thanks for being a Yonko tier member for 18 months, man. Hey, Morj, hope to see a Hunter x Hunter 409 stream after 410 if hiatus, breaking it down, etc. Plus, I'd like to see a My Hero Academia vid later. Here's to Oda and Elbaf. I have to finish My Hero Academia. I'm going to be honest, I'm probably going to finish it through the anime, not the manga. As for Hunter x Hunter, I will probably be streaming my reaction to Hunter x Hunter 409 after this stream ends. Or not after the stream ends, but towards the tail end of the stream. Probably will close with that. And yeah, here's to Oda and Elbaf. I'm very excited for next year in Elbaf. Akash Panda, thanks for the 5. Sad that the video that explained why I love One Piece and got me to subscribe is no longer on your channel. Tragedies don't get me, but positive surprises do. Oh shit, man. It's on the Morj Archives channel. That was a good video I made too. There's so many little small shorter videos I used to make that I really, really enjoyed. Yeah. I know what you're talking about, but like One Piece, like positive surprises and stuff like that. I even made like a little video on like how One Piece does the weather really well. This was back before I even really read that many other manga and stuff. I just thought that everything that One Piece did was really, really cool. I just thought it was like so cool that like Enies Lobby had wind blowing throughout it throughout that arc, or like Water 7 had wind blowing throughout it. Sorry, throughout that arc. When like that's not that big of a deal, but like I don't know. I wanted to talk about everything that was going on in One Piece that I thought was cool. And so I would just make so many small videos. But there is a channel called Morj Archives that you should be able to find that. Oh, you're just sad that it's not on the main channel? Yeah. I don't know why we bumped those. No, I do know why. There was a time where we got very algorithm... Like, it was me and my editor as well. So we got very algorithm focused. So suddenly we're just like, okay, we need to tighten everything up, which means chop all videos that were old and short and, like, all of that stuff that likely won't do well nowadays. Make thumbnails for the older videos and stuff like that, like replace the shitty manga panel thumbnails that we used to have. We just did a lot, and then we started moving chapter reviews over. We just made a lot of changes that we felt were all algorithm focused, and I feel like it didn't change that much. We just thought that we had to do it at that point in time. So it didn't change that much. So I don't know if it helped or not helped, basically. Continuing on. No, I want to do a poll for Fishman Island. Tom Thompson says, but I thought Morj said surprise isn't an emotion. Well, so One Piece actually does a thing which is really, really interesting, which is that it has really good feel-good surprises, which I think are very rare. Like, feel-good surprises like Rise Dono is safe. I think those are very rare. Like, sudden reveals of something that's shocking, but at the same time is really heartwarming, if that makes sense. I think that's a One Piece special. I don't think it's an S-tier island to live in. I don't think it's an F or an E either. Okay. Also, let's get the stream likes to 150 real quick. Let's get to 150. Okay, people feel like it's a B. I think it's averaging out to about a B. So we're going to keep it in B. I just think it's because it's just like, it's a really it's a fantastic vacation spot. Fantastic vacation spot, but maybe not the best, like, live there permanently, right? This is a live there permanently. Whiskey Peak, I'm going to go ahead and put in D. Because while the island itself is good, it's a very big island, you would have to be a bounty hunter. Like, you would have to kill people that show up. And I just think that that's, like, you would always be employed. Like, you'd always have a job, but it would just be, yeah, it would be like a harrowing business. It's not E, because it's not like you just die if you live there, but it's certainly it's not a good life. Like, Boyan Archipelago is E. Jaya, fairly standard island. No, it's not fairly standard. I think a lot of pirates tend to accumulate in Jaya, right? Is that just a thing? Jaya tends to be a home to quite a bit of pirates. Like Bellamy, Roshio, the Executioner, Straw Hat Pirates. Can somebody remind me? It's like a town of ruffians, right? I think Jaya might be kind of a rough town to live in. I'd put Jaya in D. I don't think there's that many benefits to it. Yokagota says it's also beautiful and safe. It's safe. Yeah, it is a fairly safe island. There's very little that can attack fishermen people down there. I just don't know if it's like it's just not built for humans to use, you know? Like, I don't think that there's, like, you know, it's kind of like if you, in our world, if you are a handicapped person and you have a wheelchair, but, like, you live in a city where there's no fucking wheelchair accessibility in most places, you know? Yeah, Jaya said Lawless Island, so I think it's a D. Alabasta! So now the drought is open. Alabasta's actually been getting some major renovations because there was that whole springs, like the Gadatsu thing, right? Let's see. Gadatsu cover story. What was this? It really revamped. It created a whole. What did he create? He created like a desert. What did he create? What did Gadatsu create here? He created some pretty important shit. So they built a hot spring island. Is this in Alabasta? Let's see. Yeah, Hot Springs Island. But why would you want hot springs in Alabasta? Like, it's already fucking hot island, right? But still, like, I just feel like Alabasta, I think Alabasta's pretty high. There's so much, now that the drought is over, it's a cool place to live. Oh, no, it's Hot Spring Island. Okay, it's not set up on Alabasta then. It's not set up on Alabasta. That's my bad. It's on a different island. Okay. My bad. Okay, then forget this. Forget the hot springs aspect of it. Nights are cold. Yeah, but that's just standard desert shit. I think Alabasta is still, even though it's hot, right? There's a lot that you can travel to. There's unique foods and culture there. You've got Rain-based casino and everything like that. Although maybe Rain-based, I'm sure Rain-based gets bought out by some new owners now that Crocodile's gone. I think Alabasta's a pretty cool place. I think it's cool. Not literally cool, but it's going to be a booming economy and everything. Stuff's growing, right? Like, I think Alabasta is going to be, I think it's good. I don't think it's S tier. I think it's a solid A tier. Yeah. Big, JWP saying whole country with multiple big cities, infrastructure, etc. Yeah, I think it's a good place to live. Skypiea now is S tier. They have to live in the forest now, so it's not the same because Skypiea itself got destroyed, right? So really, it's the island mass of Skypiea, but still, like, Skypiea is S because the technology is so advanced. Because you have dials. Dial technology is way better than a lot of the shit that they have downstairs in the Blue Sea. So you get the waver, right? You get like a lot of fun things like the tone dial. You get cooking dials. Like, it's just, life is so much easier for the Skypieans because everything is just dial tech, you know? And then you get the fun of the natural beauty. You get the best of both worlds because you get Earth, natural land, but then you also get the Sky Island fun, right? I think Skypiea is an S tier. I think Skypiea is pretty awesome. Water 7. So Water 7's biggest issue, the reason it's not an S tier for me is the Aqua Laguna. I think the Aqua Laguna complicates things. But then you get the Sea Train too. The Aqua Laguna means that, like, you have to abandon the lower levels once a year, right? And that's kind of rough. I'm going to put it in A just because it's like, it stops it from being perfect. You know, like, because you might be like, oh, it's not a big deal. Like, the city's built to withstand Aqua Laguna and stuff. And it is, but only half the city. Like, a lot of the city gets torn up by Aqua Laguna, and, like, a lot of them have to leave their houses and travel up. Like, there's old Water 7, right, which is destroyed, and then there's, like, the lower half of Water 7, which has to deal with Aqua Laguna and, like, evacuate their houses and everything. And then there's the top part of Water 7, right? Yeah, it's constantly moving. Kosh Bandis is basically Florida. Yeah, but, like, Florida on steroids, like, way worse. So, I think we gotta put it... almost want to put it here, because it's just once a year that it's really bad, right? Beyond that, it's just like a fucking awesome city to live in, where it's got like waterways traveling everywhere, and like the waterways are kind of like roller coasters, and it's got like really good food, like the mizu meat and everything, and it's just visually beautiful. And you get the sea train access, which is very unique. You get the sea train access. It is very secure because the Galila shipwrights keep pirates away. So overall, Water 7 is just really good. Fushizumi says just be rich and live on high ground. Yeah, like if we're being honest, we can all probably guess that the rich people in Water 7 get to live up higher because that's where real estate is going to be more expensive. So, you know, I mean, if you're a rich individual, maybe you would pick S tier for Water 7, but I imagine it gets like expensive the higher up you get away from Aqua Laguna. So I'm going to put it in A. Marine Ford, that's a weird one. I think that's not an island you would like choose. It's a military base, right? So like I don't really know what you say here. It's a military base, not the best place to live, you know? I know military bases can be good, but like, and it's not every day that, it's going to be the center of a huge world war, but in fact, it's probably one of the most secure places you could ever be outside of when world wars happen. I don't know, maybe it's actually here. Maybe it's fine. It's nothing special. It's just a military base, right? Yokogotas is basically Florida, not with the yearly catastrophe. But then the rest of the year, it's like really, really awesome, you know? Like, it's just a magical place to live. Um, like, again, the extremely high security, really good food, the most advanced city that we've seen. Like, if we're being straight up, Water 7 is like the New York of One Piece. Like, it is more advanced than any other. There's no other city that we've seen that's as elaborate as Water 7, right? It's just the really bad weather once in a while. And it's once a year, and it seems like they're really prepared for it. Like, Florida never knows when it's getting its hurricanes, whereas Water 7, they know what's coming. I'm still going to keep it an A. I'm going to keep it an A. I'm going to keep it an A. Alright. It's just a standard. It's standard. Like, it's like Fuchsia Village is in C because it's just boring. Marineford's in C because it's just like, I don't think it would be as fun or poppin' as like Loketown or something like that, but it's not bad. Like, it's not like a lawless land like Jaya, or a place where you have to be, doing shit like Whiskey Peak, like a bounty hunter like Whiskey Peak. I think Wano's in a really good spot right now, right? Wano's actually phenomenal. I think Wano's top tier at this point, right? No, because it's still recovering, so a lot of areas are still going to take some time to flourish, so maybe it goes here. But, I mean, the flower capital is beautiful. They solved poverty in Wano, so the whole nation's recovering. It's a thriving land at the moment. Even a lot of the bad areas, like Kuri or whatever, they were only bad because they still have really, like, the paradise farms and stuff like that. They're really beautiful places in Wano that you can live all over. It's just that they were generally held by the beast pirates, right? Like, the opening, like, the paradise farm, right, that Luffy had to raid and bring food back from. That's now open season. I think Wano's S. I think it's really good. Wano's really good, right? Because, like, look, if you go to early Wano, right? Tons of natural beauty, tons of natural beauty, right? Like, like, now that the food problem is solved, there is nothing wrong with, like, this, there's nothing really wrong with this. And sure, this is like a smaller part of Wano. These factories and stuff, they're being removed, so there is barren lands in Wano. But then if you skip ahead a little bit, right, like, the problem was that, like, while this place sucks, right? On the flip side, you've got, where's that? Yeah, Baccarat Town. That's what it was called. Look, Baccarat Town's a great town. Like, it's pretty awesome. Remember when this came out and people were saying that this is evidence of Shiki in Wano? That's kind of funny. But Baccarat Town's pretty awesome. They've got the Paradise Farms. Where's the Paradise Farms at? It's like a thing that shows like a whole bunch of food and shit. The fuck? You see this whole section that we're getting through? This feels like the equivalent of the Roto Legoland section of Elbaf. Yeah, okay, so this is the shitty town in Wano, right? This is the shitty town in Wano, Okobore Town. But look, like, Baccarat Town has this shit. Like, this is really beautiful. Like, I think now that this stuff is available to everybody, and we won't really have leftover villages anymore, like, this is great. I think that there's genuine argument for Wano being S tier now, right? Green Bull accidentally helped? Yeah. Ken says the people seem lame, though. That's true. But there is lots of entertainment in Wano. Like, there's sumo wrestling, there's the oiruns and the geishas, there's music, there's a very lively culture. I guess it's just not technologically advanced. So like you'd be missing out on like visual Denden Mushi stuff. Yeah, I think the technology does matter. I'm gonna put one on A. I still think it's good. I still think it's good. Imran Abdur Rahman, thanks a lot for your third super ever. Morj traded the Wano analysis to his barber for that haircut. We must super chat so he doesn't trade any more content for aesthetics. I got you, G. Hey, the hair is back to being better. So, um, so I don't know. Wano analysis can still come, but I think I definitely did need a haircut a little bit ago. Onigashima, I don't think we even count this, right? Like, who would want to live in Onigashima? It's just scary. It doesn't even exist anymore as an option, right? So Onigashima is not even an option because it's been moved to, it's literally been moved into Wano. Kamabaka Kingdom. This depends on which way you swing. I think for some people, Kamabaka Kingdom is literally like S, right? I think we got to put Kamabaka as like net neutral, just to acknowledge like that would not personally be like we're trying to say like where you would live. So like for me, Kamabaka would be relatively low. I think for some people it's like S. I'm gonna go and put it here at C just to be net neutral, like neutral, not good, not bad. It's just what it is. What it is. Ohara kind of sucks now, right? Ohara doesn't really exist as an island anymore, so we got to put it there. If you want to say back in the day, it's just too much to get into because it's like, does it count? Because like it's gonna get blown up by the world government. I don't know. Sorbet Kingdom. I think that's a neutral, right? I don't remember enough about Sorbet Kingdom. It's a neutral. Maybe Sorbet's just like this, just a neutral kingdom. Punk Hazard would suck to live in. It's not literally gonna kill you. It's pretty bad though. It's pretty bad, right? Like you're close to. I'd put Punk Hazard here. Like it's not really livable. Dressrosa today, I think, is an A kingdom. A. It's a thriving nation. The only flaw with it's got entertainment with the Colosseum. It's got natural beauty. It's got a lot going for it. It's got good culture. I think the only thing holding Dressrosa back is that it's very small. I might be the same size as Skypiea, but I don't know. Is Sorbet A? Sun God Church in Sorbet? Whole Cake now, I think, is S. Whole Cake is S. Whole Cake might low-key be the best island to live. I think Whole Cake is maybe the best. Because before the problem was Big Mom and giving up some of your lifespan, I can't personally do that. We don't have that problem anymore. So I think Whole Cake is pretty fucking phenomenal. Because now what happens in Whole Cake? Do they just pay taxes? Everywhere you gotta pay taxes. God Valley, we're just gonna say it's not a thing. So some of these don't even count. Impel Down, sure, just put it in that. Amazon Lily, it depends. I think if you just die, right? You just die. Even if you're a woman, in Amazon Lily, I think it still sucks because you would be at the bottom. Like Amazon Lily, it's all about strength, right? So it opens up by explaining that, if I recall correctly, it's around here. Yeah, so it explains some stuff. Yeah, it's safe, generally. The women of this island are strong. In this country, strength is beauty. Yeah. Okay, so men would die, and even if you're a woman, you'd be allowed to stay, but you'd probably get the shit beat out of you, and you'd be called ugly, because you're the weakest of everybody there. Right, so Amazon Lily, you just die. Kuragena, just a spooky island with baboons that'll kill you, so it goes in E. Not livable. Egghead. Egghead seemed like a cool island to live on. It had a lot of citizens, but we never really got to focus in on what their life was like. So I'd say probably like we just never got much context, but it's probably like the peak of technology, right? So I think it'd actually be like a really good island to live on because it's the most technologically advanced island in One Piece. Maybe it'd be kind of like living in Tokyo or something like that. Hachinosu. If you're just a normal dude at Hachinosu, you're fucked. It's like a much worse version of Jaya, so you sucks there. Saboti is a magical island, but it's got so many pirates there. I feel like it's gotta fall under D. It sucks because it's much better than Jaya, but then it also has much more pirates than Jaya and slave trade. But it's got Saboti's got so much cool stuff going for it though, like the amusement park. It's got bubbles. The bubble travel is so much fun. I'm gonna bump it up. It's so close to Marine headquarters though that maybe it's safe, right? So I think the pirates all being there was just a product of it was a specific point in time, right? I think the pirates all being there was specifically because it was a point in time when everybody, like all the worst rookies, were converging at the Grand Line. But in general, they are not supposed to act up too much, right? You don't want to risk being a slave. Too much crime. Shit. Saboti is too much fun, though. It feels wrong putting it in just the same tier as, like, Jaya or something. Alright, Drum Kingdom. I think Drum Kingdom's a good island. I don't think it's amazing, but I think it's a fun island. You got snow, maybe a bit too much snow. A lot of natural beauty, like, very visually beautiful. There's a lot of villages. There's some cool wildlife, but it can't try and kill you. And one of the most important things is that Drum Kingdom now has a good king and government, which is very important, which can be underrated. Ramen Stains, thanks for your Yonko tier member for 26 months, man. Longtime fan, Morj. Of course I know. No one else doing analysis of Pokemon Adventures. Ramen Stains, I know you're a longtime supporter, man. No one else doing analysis of Pokemon Adventures like you. Of course. I know a lot about Pokemon Adventures, man. That's my thing. Can't wait for the next arc analysis. Will be Elbaf, Wano, or SW/S/SH, which I can only assume is Pokemon Adventures related. And because I know a lot about it, I would happily do a SW/SH analysis from Pokemon Adventures. But I think Wano's coming next. Akainu moved Marine HQs. You're right, so now Saboti's even less safe. I imagine there's still a solid Marine base there. It's just not Marine Ford. Drum is cold, though. That's true. But it's still more interesting than Fuchsia Village, right? I think this is the islands that are either there's nothing special about them, or there is something special, but it's not. There's like a drawback, which is the cold, I guess. Thriller Bark, I don't think you can really live there, so I'm gonna just bump it down. Zoe, I think would be a lot of fun to live at. I think Zoe would be a lot of fun to live at. I think, I almost want to put Zoe here. I just think you'd be your only other companions are animals though the entire time, which can be tiresome. So I'm gonna put Zoe here. Elbaf. So right now, Elbaf is an awesome vacation spot, but I don't think you would do well living in a land where everyone is giant for that long. So some of these amazing vacation spots, just not great places to set up shop permanently. Elbaf, I'm gonna go ahead and put here. You would just struggle over time. There's powerful animals and stuff that would kill you, but it's not unlivable. As long as you're friendly and make good friends with the giants, I think you're good. That being said, Louis Arnott specifically told us don't stay here that long. So we might move Elbaf down to E later on, once we get some more information. Yamildia says minks are friendly. Yeah, they're friendly, but it's just like, can you, like, you know, like, there's other aspects than just friendly. Okay, like, you can't build a family there. You can't, like, live your whole life just with the animals and everything, you know. You know what I'm saying? All right. Little Garden. If you're coming to Zoe with a family already set up, it'd be like, well, would your kids grow up well with, like, all the minks and everything like that? Would they be made fun of for being odd? The minks are friendly, though. But then at the same time, all the minks are very strong. Humans are weak. I don't know if we'd fit in that well over. Like, you just might feel like the odd person out over time. So I just don't think it's the best place. Like, you got to put it into real life terms. Like, would it be fun to visit so? Yes. But, like, would you as a person choose to abandon human society forever and live with talking animals forever? I don't think most people would do that. At the same time, I think it's more fun than Fuchsia Village. So I'm going to put it in B. Little Garden, basically uninhabitable. Long Ring Longland sucks, but still livable. I mean, literally you gotta migrate every fucking time the tide rises or whatever. Not every time, but there is a lot of migration happening. There's not much going on in the islands. If you get separated, you're kind of fucked. Yeah. Loketown. Loketown again? Guess I already did Loketown once by accident. What? What is going on? I guess I uploaded these multiple times. Wait, fuck. Okay, we're actually close to the... I uploaded a batch twice. My bad. Okay, we're getting to the last set of islands here. Rusicana, uninhabitable. Baltigo, fucking wasteland. Marijua, you'd be a slave. Okay. Fuck, we did it. We did it. Alright, okay, Skypea. I'm going to kind of order these, actually. I'm going to go ahead and order these because we got enough. I think bottom... Okay, hold on. I'm add one more little tier below. I'm adding one more row below. Okay. All right, here we go. All right. This tier is basically guaranteed death. All right. Death or worse. This tier you can survive, but it's just rough. Death or worse are basically... Yeah, death, imprisonment, slavery, that's the sort of vibe here. This is like survival tier. Like, you just gotta survive. But it's probably impossible. This is islands where, like, death, slavery, imprisonment. Yeah, that's slavery imprisonment here. Survival mode. Alright. Sucks. But... Okay. Not ideal living conditions. Let's just say that. Not ideal living conditions. This is average. Okay? This is good. Slight drawbacks. Great civilization. Better than real life. By far. Not by far. Better than real life. Okay? I think ultimately most places in the real world are better than... Because we just have modern technology. Most places in the real world are better than living in a One Piece island. Like, One Piece islands would be fun to visit, but, you know, like, ultimately if I visited Dressrosa and then I went to Spain, I'd get the same thing, but just also with TVs, cell phones, internet, etc. So, generally speaking, One Piece world is... There's just less amenities available, right? It's just not quite as good. This is the only islands I would say are better than real life. I would probably be down to live in either of these places. Alright? I'd say Skypea or Whole Cake are the best. I think Whole Cake is arguably the best. Like, just infinite food everywhere. It's pretty fucking awesome. Food's not the only thing that matters, but it's just... It would be really cool. Skypea's got the peak technology with dials, plus good amount of space to live. You got natural beauty with the forest and everything. Plus, good civilization. Like, Skypea's civilization is fairly advanced. Like, not advanced, but, like, structured, cultured, etc. They've got good food up there. They're safe, right? Safety is high. And then, yeah, just the dial technology and the clouds and everything. That's just so much fun. So much fun. Gosh Panda says One Piece World will have internet because of Vegapunk. Yeah, that's true, but I think we're just saying at this moment in time, right? So at this moment, because like end of story, none of these islands might exist. You know, you got to consider that as well. So we can't consider end of story just like that. I would say, yeah, Whole Cake. If I could live one place, if I could live anywhere in the One Piece world, it would probably be. I would put Egghead pretty high here as well, just because the technology is really good. I might go ahead and put Egghead up here. I don't know if it's better than real life though. It has some technology stuff that's kind of crazy, but we don't know how available that is to the average citizen. So I'm just gonna put it here. Egghead might be here if we had more information. Hell, it might be number 1 if we had more information. Because if you have access to everything in Vegapunk's lab, then yeah, it's the best. But does the average citizen on Egghead get that? Water 7. I'm not gonna order all of these. These are not all ordered. Okay, what's the best island to live at? Let's just do. Gosh, there's much more land will exist. End of story. Yeah, I agree, but I'm just saying like the concept of these islands may not be a thing anymore. Okay. Let's just vote. What is best island to actually live in? I'll say Toto-land, Skypiea. It's also close to my dinner time right now, so I might be extra biased towards Whole Cake. I'll go ahead and throw in Egghead, Water 7. And then I can throw in Alabasta, Wano, Dressrosa as an additional poll afterwards. Against the winner of this. Alright, get your votes in, everybody. JWP, thanks for the 5. I would either choose Water 7 or Dressrosa. I feel like the cultures make up for Dial Tech. Also, I don't want to live in the food house or food world, lol. I think I might just be hungry, and so I'm looking at Toddlehead. In a food house or food world, lol. Yeah, maybe it wouldn't actually be fun to live in like a gingerbread house or something. I don't know. It would be unhealthy pretty quickly, for sure. But there are healthy islands in Totoland. We know there was Chocolate Island. Fuck, maybe not. Maybe it's all sweet stuff. I don't remember exactly now. Oh, this is tight. This is very tight. This is very, very tight. By the looks of it, I shouldn't have done a tier gap between Whole Cake and Skypiea and some of the rest. A lot of people are voting Egghead now. This is. I wish I could do polls that were bigger. Okay, so not a lot of people are on board with Whole Cake being better than real life. I see that now. All right, I'll move it. Okay. Let's leave it be. Okay. I can move Egghead and Water 7 up. I just don't think... I think Egghead deserves to be up. I get that now. I feel like with Water 7, while it's magical, like the Aqua Lugana is a big hit to its case, you know? I don't know. I simply don't know. Your house will rot. In the One Piece world, I don't know if that happens though. I think Water 7 holds it back. I think Aqua Lugana holds back Water 7 because you have to move once a year, you know, evacuate. Okay, but Egghead, it seemed like, what won the poll? Egghead wins the poll. All right, Egghead being the best. I could see that. I just don't know. Look, again, if we had Vegapunk's technology just straight up, then Egghead's the best island. But because I don't know what the average citizen's life is like in Egghead. So because of that, I wasn't confident putting Egghead at number 1. But I could see that. All right. All right, so we got the tier list done. I think this makes sense. Maybe I'm overrating Whole Cake a little bit. Um, but you know what? At the end of the day, I'm gonna keep it up there just because I want to keep it up there. Akash says Morj current egghead is rubble. Oh shit. Current egghead is rubble, so you can't live there anymore. I broke the rules of my own thing. Alright, egghead is out. So the winner is back to being what, Skypea. Good point. You can't live there anymore. That sucks. That was the winner of the poll too. I'm gonna run the poll one more time, and this time I'll throw what's better, Alabasta or Wano? Yeah, that's a good point, Akash Panda. Took our winner out just like that. Alabasta or Wano. Let's do that first, and then we'll run the poll for winner one more time. We'll run the poll for winner one more time with Wano included. I think Dressrosa is better to live in than Alabasta. So maybe I should have done Alabasta or Dressrosa. Alright, I'll give it 10 seconds. And then we're going to run Wano versus Dressrosa, and then we're going to do a top 4 poll one more time. But it looks like Wano's taking that one. Alright, we're just going to give it to Wano here. And then we're going to do Wano versus Dressrosa. And then after that, the winner will go into a top 4 bracket. And we'll get a new winner. The thing to me with Dressrosa is very small. It is a remarkably small island. Characters were crossing Dressrosa over the span of an afternoon, like the entire island. It's a very, very small island. That's why I kind of prefer Alabasta, because it's a more varied country. Like Alubarna is essentially the equivalent of Dressrosa, and that's just the capital of Dressrosa, or of Alabasta, you know? But then there's so many other, there's like a port town, like Nanohana, there's Rain Base, like there's a lot more there. Okay, alright, we're doing a final poll. We're moving Wano on to the final 4, alright? Final poll. This time with Egghead out. Best island to live in. Skypea, Totoland, Water 7, and Wano. All right, so it looks like Skypea wins. Egghead was its main competition. Most people apparently do not want to live in a land where everything is made out of food and sweets. I might be the odd person out there. I'm not moving Whole Cake from S tier. I'm not changing that, but I acknowledge the people's opinions on that. All right, so Skypea, Whole Cake, Water 7, Wano, Dressrosa, Alabasta. If I could live anywhere, it would have been probably Egghead pre-destruction, but because it's not on the list, in this moment, I genuinely might pick Whole Cake. I think that would be really cool. I might pick Whole Cake. But I think Skypea, I would do either Whole Cake, Skypea, or Water 7 myself. I think Water 7's really cool. I think I would just try and like do whatever I could to be able to buy some of that prime real estate up top, because that would be fucking awesome. Yeah. Yeah, I think that makes sense. All right, everybody, we figured out the tier list. Now we're going to react to the Hunter x Hunter chapter, so I'm going to go ahead and read that on stream. And then we're going to call it a day. All right, everybody? Randy says Water 7 with Dressrosa. Dressrosa is really cool, but it's good as, like, there's not that much to it that makes it better than the modern world. Water 7 So our take on Water 7 was that Water 7 would probably be like tippy top, arguably the best, if not for Aqua Lugana coming once a year. And when Aqua Lugana comes, like a lot of people have to abandon their homes, and it probably comes down to the wealth bracket that you live in, where like the best real estate is up top, and then the worst real estate is down below. And just having to evacuate and do all of that once a year, it's just a huge, like, what do you do? Waterproof your home, etc. Like, it's a huge pain in the ass. But aside that, you get the sea train, you get a lot of access, you get good food. The island is a lot of fun, really good travel system around the island. So Water 7 is really good. It's just the Aqua Lugana that's a problem. Even security is really good there, because the Galila company keeps it pretty safe. JWP, thank you for gifting 5 memberships. Holy shit. Everybody in chat, say thank you to JWP, the patron saint of the channel. Just shouts in the chat for JWP for the long time support, everybody. Yamil Diaz, Ceiling Stains, Dominic Flack. Yeah, everyone say thanks to JWP if you just got gifted a membership. Seriously. JWP, thanks for the 2. Hunter x Hunter Peak. Yes, sir. All right, so you're pumped for Hunter x Hunter. We're moving on to it in a second. Wait a second. There's no way. Randy was gifted a membership? Oh, Akash was gifted a membership. Congrats, Akash. Welcome aboard. Enjoy the Morjcast. Randy was gifted a membership? JWP, you don't... That's funny. Randy's already got mod. Now he's a member as well. Randy, you're now free to you have membership rights, so you now get the emotes and stuff like that, and access to all podcasts. Randy Troy says, if Iceberg finishes his modifications, he could move Water 7 away from the Lugana. That's true, and that would definitely up it in the tier list. We're just ranking based on where it's at right now in this moment, how good it would be to live in. But we did also speculate a little bit based on future predictions, like Wano. Things are kind of like the entire country is kind of rebuilding and getting rid of factories and like a lot of that shit. So we're taking that into account. So that's true. Hypothetically, it could be a perfect place to live. So it could hypothetically be here. We'll see. There's not hard and fast rules to this. I think that covers pretty much all the islands that we got here. Yeah. Death, slavery, imprisonment. I think on the flip side, the worst place to live would probably be Raijin Island, right? You just die. I think that's got to be the worst. Because I think the rest, there's still chances of survival. This one, you just die. You can't really survive lightning constantly coming down. All right, everybody. We're going to move on to Hunter x Hunter. So Hunter x Hunter spoilers are going to come out now. If you have any closing thoughts on One Piece, any One Piece questions, whatever you want to get out, then, any One Piece thoughts that we got? Oh, Randy just used the headcanon. That's the headcanon emoji, which is actually relevant here because we're talking about whether or not Water 7 will still be in the same location down the line or whatever. Or whether Wano will rebuild its infrastructure to make every place kind of like Bakura Town or something like that. Yeah, any closing questions? All right, Hunter x Hunter time? All right, let me change the pinned comment. We're going to react to one Hunter x Hunter chapter. I did read the first couple pages of this, and then I was just like, I'm not in a headspace right now. This was last night. I was tired. I was like, I'm not in a headspace right now to finish out this full Hunter x Hunter chapter. It's just too much text. let me bump it to tomorrow. Oh, why'd I create a poll? Hold on. See you, Randy. Thanks for coming through, man. We'll possibly see you at Jay's Agenda Reverie this Saturday. Mild spoilers for the people, but it's not a big deal. Okay. All right. Oh, yeah. Thanks. Okay. Wait, hold on. All right. We're doing it. All right, everybody. So I'm going to read from the beginning. I did read the first couple pages, though. Special martial law has been declared. This is not a drill. This is not a drill. All citizens on tier 3 face the nearest wall and knee. If you do not comply, you will be shot. Alright, I read through these next pages. Oh, I forgot she doesn't know where we are. She had to ask twice because 1, she was distracted by the announcements, 2, she needed to buy time to organize her thoughts. Oh, so she would get tortured regardless. Or she assumes that she could get tortured. Okay, so the X card is basically the way out. Oh, what the hell? What the hell? Okay. The kiss is one of the conditions to grant my ability to my followers. Okay. Oh. You must be present where I or someone on my team commits murder. The order doesn't matter. Okay. It's about to get spicy. She had a residence on tier 1 to begin with as it shattered the royals. If they set it up so they get... Oh, shit. Oh my god, Morena's actually hilarious. Oh my god, that's actually really funny. That's her first. Oh my god, that's actually really funny. Tagashi didn't even show it though. How old is what's her name? Guys, what's her name? Bjorkson? How old is she? What the fuck? Took my Hmm. Hmm. I like Morena's character. It's strangely very sweet. Shut up, that wasn't kissing. I'm flipping them over. She's not counting that as her first. Borkson. Hmm. Hmm. Two questions. Isn't this hideout is somewhere on tier 5? No. Oh, okay, never mind. What? What the fuck? Oh, it's just in between. Okay, that's not that crazy. Did we already know this information? I fucking forget. Gotta read chapters again. Oh, I should just count. I like the little nuances of the dialogue. It just feels so real. Yeah, her first pause before her answer. It wasn't hesitation, more like counting in her mind to ensure she's truthful. She's truthful. Yeah, it's just so well thought out. Just really respecting everything. The way Tagashi's writing all of this right now is kind of crazy. It just feels like every little bit of dialogue or interaction has weight and thought put into it. Like there's no throwaway stuff going on. Damn. Hmm. She doesn't know all 20 of their abilities. There's multiple enhancers. I really fucking hope Morena doesn't die. I like this character a lot. I really hope she doesn't die now. I, I am very interested in this character. She's already a more compelling character to me than all of the Phantom Troop. Bravery says, Bravery says, peak dialogue, bro made me invested in Bjorkson, who was some random cocking Empire Guard NPC. That is such an accurate way to encapsulate how I felt about this character beforehand. I was literally just like, why do I need to know this character's name? Then I was like, why do I need to watch a scene with this character? And now I'm just like, I am on board, haha, with the shit going on below deck now. This chapter has finally made me interested in the below deck dynamics. I've forgotten the rules. Okay, she gets to keep it. Alright. I did think for a moment that she would just die. That it was a possibility, just because it's Togashi. What? 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 But when did the change happen? When? Because literally down to the wire, she said, "If this is return, I'll forget everything that happened here and leave." So she's. It sounds like all the way up to that point, she's thinking about X. I like that Morena doesn't feel like some super calculated, calibrated mastermind. Like she's affected by the different things that are happening in the outside environment. She's not like all knowing or anything like that. She's confused and inquisitive about Bjorkson's reactions and everything like that. When does this? I did not think she would join. That is actually such an interesting turn of events, but it just feels weird because it feels very inconsistent with everything else that she's thinking and saying here. So my questions are basically, is she doing this with ulterior motive in mind? Like she's like, okay, I have to get in with Morena to stop Morena. That's my first thought, right? Or two, if she genuinely changed her mind based on what Morena's saying, that seems odd because it seems very incompatible with all of her thoughts and feelings up to that point. And there's not really a trigger moment that would change. So I'm assuming that this is her basically deciding that she needs to get in with Morena to stop Morena. This is good because I do want to see her specialist abilities and everything like that. If this is a genuine character change that happened, we need a lot more elaboration right here. But it does seem as though she'd made the call. At what point did she make the call that it would be smarter to stay with Morena? Because, I mean, even here, when she's squeezing all the information, I use these vows and limitations to my advantage so you won't be able to get any of us after I leave. It just seems all revolving around the X answer. It doesn't make sense if she's picking yes. It does seem like a... Bravery says, I think Morena's dialogue changed Bjorkson's thought process, but even down to... even down to here, she's thinking about if this is return, right? So I would like to understand at what point is she moved by this? Because just saying the answers, etc. I get the card that enables me to leave, I'll try it, blah, blah, blah. I want to understand what's shifting her, because it's a very drastic shift from like, oh, I want things to be better to let's kill everybody and cause total chaos and destroy the ship, right? So if it's an actual hard character change, that needs to be better explained. And we need a chapter that explains that. If it's part of her plan, then I'm just curious, ready to see where it goes. I don't think that there was enough from this chapter on its own to like feel like a convincing hard character change. Just like we would need a very deep internal sort of breakdown of what was going through her head. JWP, thanks for the 10. I think the switch happened probably when she asked Morena like 5 times if Morena would ever change her goal. She resolved herself to get close to Morena. It needs to be, what do you call? If that's an internal character shift, then it needs to be something stronger than just the character saying, like, hearing no, 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 no several times from everything we've understood of Bjorken so far, Bjorksen, and everything we've heard of how extreme Morena's goals are. I think if it's just out of curiosity, so she wants to learn more, then that's understandable, because that's not a huge shift. If she's just all in on, like, destroy the black whale, etc., then that's too hard of a shift. If this is all for a plan, then that's just naturally understandable. So those are the 3 kind of routes, right? So either she's all in, that's too drastic. We need more character breakdown of how this sort of, like, what changed inside of her. If this is just pure curiosity, like, okay, let me try and understand why this character is so, like, this character's motives more, etc., then I think that's still understandable just based on what we've gotten. If it's like Bjorksen has a plan that she wants to execute against Morena, then that would naturally still fit with all of this. This is interesting. This is interesting. That was a great cliffhanger, though. Phenomenal cliffhanger. Because I thought that there's not many ways to make the close of this game that interesting. Because this was a really good scene. I just didn't... I thought the game would be interesting just for the tension that the game provides of, like, the cards being dealt and picked back and forth. But I already felt like the outcome had to be just either she survives, right? She gets the X and gets away, right? Or she survives with a catch, like they let her go for some reason, but like she had to give up something, or Togashi would just straight up kill her. And there was a certain point where I was like, okay, Togashi's drawn us too far into this Bjorksen character to just kill her. But even before the final card was revealed, I was like, he might have actually done that. So I was thinking that would be the big crazy reveal if like if he did this scene that drawn far out to then kill Bjorksen. I thought that would be cool. But she got the return card. Right? So I was like, okay, he still did a really good job building up the tension and suspense of the card reveal. So I thought he'd already nailed the scene really well. Because I did legitimately think and believe that she could die here. But this option, the yes, that is a really cool way of like playing with readers' expectations, because I think most people, I at least was not expecting that. Like I didn't even count that among my options that I thought that this could go. And most importantly, if he's trying to set up a scene, like if you're working backwards, right? Like what is this really accomplishing? He's trying to set up a scene in the first place. Like this whole card game was not necessary, right? We could have had them just have a conversation and get out all of this information and lead to Bjorksen. Like this is the writing perspective, what Togashi did here that was so brilliant, right? He wants to explain Morena's motivations to us and her past to us through this character Bjorksen, right? And ultimately he wants to have that stuff be compelling or interesting enough, or Bjorksen finding an in or motivation enough to get in and stop Morena, whatever. He needs to have Bjorksen ultimately surprisingly choose to join Morena, right? So those are the 2 things that need to happen, right? We need information and characterization for Morena, and we need Bjorksen to join up with Morena at the end, right? You could do all that just through dialogue and just asking questions, etc. You could make that part of the criteria for the vows and limitations, etc. of Morena's Nen ability. But and then it all culminates with Bjorksen saying, yeah, I'm going to join you guys at the end. But this card game makes it much more powerful and interesting, because the reveal that Bjorksen is going to join, that being a yes card, like a card reveal, right? Like having a card that straight up says, yes, I'm going to join you all. That's a much, much more impactful way to drive that home. Like that's a much more impactful way to reveal that and reveal Bjorksen's choice, rather than just have Bjorksen Like, rather than just having the two have a conversation, a discussion, and then Bjorkson say, like, okay, I would like to actually join you guys, that's nowhere near as interesting as turning things into, like, specific options that can be picked, and then having the option of, like, actually joining her, which was the option that most people wrote off from the beginning, be revealed as a card. Like, just the card reveal is a really, really impactful way to close out this scene. So this whole interaction, it could have just been dialogue. It never needed to be a card game. But by turning it into a card game, you make the climax of it a twist, like a much more shocking and powerful twist, because her just saying, I'll join you guys, is nowhere near as impactful as basically like, what's going on? A mistake. And then the card reveal of the yes card. That was a really, really cool idea of how to do this whole scene. It draws you in much further. It's not just boring dialogue back and forth, because it feels like there's specific stakes attached to the choices and option trees that are being selected. And then, yeah, just the final reveal of, like, I am actually going to join you all. That's much crazier because I'm looking down and I'm seeing a yes card. It's much stronger than just a speech bubble of her explaining that. This was an awesome scene. This was a phenomenal scene. Did a lot for Morena's character. Kept me guessing all the way through. Gave us a lot more motivation. Made me much more invested in Morena's character. Made me much more invested in the dynamics down below and how they're going to clash with what's going on above. Made me even like Bjorkson's character, who I didn't give a shit about earlier. And then just hit us with like a really shocking twist at the end of it, which I thought was difficult with the card game setup, where it just felt like the final options were pretty ABC. This is awesome. Jolly D. Joseph, thanks for the 2. I think Bjorkin wants to change Morena's mind. That would be awesome. I think that would be a phenomenal character goal if that's the case, and I would love to see how that plays out. This was really good. This was really good. I'm just going to say Tagashi's operating on a really, really high level right now. This is just phenomenal. If he needs like 9-month breaks to deliver like 3 months of great content or whatever, I'm okay with that. Like, if he wanted to do this monthly or something like that, I'd be happy with that. I think even monthly isn't correct, because like monthly puts you on a paced schedule. I think the way Tagashi's been doing it, with basically just like, he takes a break for however long is necessary to properly plot out the next chunk of the story as tightly as possible, and then that way he can just execute that chunk basically perfectly. And so having an actual strict, tight pace that everything needs to come out at, even if it was monthly or something like that, I think that would be too much. Like, I'm okay with him taking like a year and a half off to give us 20 chapters rather than like put him in a monthly pace where he has to put out 12 chapters a year, because even if the ratio is less, just him having to be on a schedule is harder than him just getting the freedom to plan however long he actually needs. This is Jolly DJ Star. I'm on board with you. All right, y'all. I'm gonna. Jacob says Tagashi's locked in right now. Sounds like his health is more stable. I don't know if his health is more stable or what, but like, yeah, it was just however long those rest periods that he takes to plot this shit out. It's delivering really, really well. All right, everybody. I'm gonna call the stream here. I'm really glad we got a Hunter x Hunter section in. I had a lot of fun reading that. That was really fucking good. These last. I think almost every single Hunter x Hunter chapter that's come out since his break has been like a 5 out of 5. At worst, like a 4 out of 5 or something like that. This is really good. Jolly D. Joseph, thanks for the 2. Imagine Tagashi isn't sick and just found a method. Found a method? You mean like, what does that mean? You're saying like he's not sick, he just says he's sick? So that he gets more time, he gets more break from Shonen Jump? I don't think that's the case. I don't know if that's what you're saying though. JWP says Tagashi's operating on a different level. We've said that every week. He's cooking on a different level. Yeah, that's true. It's true. It just feels it's true though. He has not missed any one of these weeks. It's just always been good. It's kind of crazy. All right, y'all. We are going to call the stream here. Thank you for everybody for tuning in. This was a great time. Brave Rice says W stream, please keep including Hunter x Hunter segments. I might just make that a regular thing and Mondays with it, but at the same time I like reading the Hunter x Hunter chapter on Sundays, so it's really just days that I'm too tired, or I don't get time on Sundays to read the Hunter x Hunter chapter, that it spills over to Monday and then I read it on stream. So we'll see, maybe it becomes a normal thing. I gotta see. All right, everybody, Thanks for tuning in. This was a lot of fun. Fun seeing what islands people thought would be good to live in or not live in. Maybe I'm alone with the Totaland Island, but I still think it's pretty great. All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in, and I will talk to you all later.